business owners are losing sales every single day because they were never actually taught how to sell. And the mistakes that come from that are quietly draining their revenue without them even realizing. And the worst part is, most of them have no idea they're actually making those mistakes until now. So look at this. According to Impact, getting data from TaskDrive, a sales research company, said nearly 70% of all salespeople said that they have not received any formal training in sales. Instead, they describe themselves as self-taught social sellers. Nearly 70%. And that's not just people working in sales jobs. That's business owners, entrepreneurs, and people having sales conversations every single day, winging it, figuring it out as they go along, and wondering why the results aren't matching the effort. Now, I was one of them. In my early years in business, I made every sales mistake there possibly is. I pitched too hard, pitched too soon, dropped my prices the moment someone pushed back. I chased the wrong clients. I over-explained, over-justified, and over-complicated every single sales conversation. I thought selling was all about convincing people, all about having the right sales script, about saying the right thing at the right time. It's not. The shift came when I stopped treating sales like something I did to people and started to treat it as something that I'm doing for them. Now, when I stopped selling from desperation and start selling from certainty, when I start focusing on closing and start to focus on connecting, the moment that shifted, the revenue shifted with it. Not gradually, almost immediately, because sales isn't a script, it's not a technique, it's an energy. And the energy that you bring to every sales conversation is either pulling clients towards you or repelling them. These are the 7 mistakes that I made and I see business owners making them every single day. Fix them and watch what happens. I'm Mindy, founder and CEO of Mind, Money and Business. That's my training company where we've helped thousands of business owners add an extra $100 million of revenue into their businesses in over 87 different industries globally and still counting. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 biggest sales mistakes that business owners make and exactly what to do instead. So let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Selling from desperation instead of certainty. Now this happens when you're trying to just make the sale for the sake of making a sale, just for your own sake. Now buyers feel that energy before they even hear the words. Have you ever been in a situation where someone's trying to sell you something and you know their main intention is purely to sell you something to line up their own pockets? Now these are not salespeople. These people are robbers, they're crooks, run from them. Now why do people do that? Desperation. So listen, when you're selling to someone, you've got to have certainty that whatever you're selling, the product or service, is going to benefit the person that you're selling to. Because once you can demonstrate to them that you don't care about the sale, that all you have is their best interest at heart, I guarantee you their sales resistance will come down and they'll naturally know that you're trying to help them, and your energy and their energy will be aligned, and that's when you make sales effortlessly. So stop trying to sell just to sell. So before you get into any sales conversation, take your own agenda out of the conversation. Remember, the sale's not about you. It's not about you. The sale is about your prospect and how you can benefit that prospect's life in any which way. No matter what you're selling, can what you have benefit them? If you can, sell them on the benefits of them. Don't sell them because you have to make your bills because you got your car payments coming out. Focus on the prospect, not you. So here's what selling from desperation looks like. Over-explaining, over-justifying, dropping prices. When someone says no, you take it personal. And now this is what selling from certainty looks like. Knowing your value, holding your price, and be willing to walk away from those prospects that you know are not a good fit for you. Maybe you won't enjoy working with them. And how that energy changes the entire dynamics of that sales conversation. Now, most people get certainty mixed up with arrogance. Now, listen, just because you're certain doesn't mean that you're arrogant, doesn't mean that you're full of yourself. That shows confidence. It's a natural result of genuinely believing in what you're selling and who you are as a person selling it. Mistake number 2, talking way too much and little listening. Now, this just demonstrates an arsehole in sales. Because you're so full of yourself, your products or your services, and that is coming from your own insecurities because you feel that you need to justify yourself, your products, because the person might not buy. But guess what? Most business owners treat a sales conversation like a presentation, and that's why they lose a sale, because they're so busy selling the products and features of the product or service. It's not about that. Does your product or service fit the person you're selling to? Is it going to be the best thing they can do? Yes or no? And that's all it comes down to. And you don't want to be sounding too salesy. It's got to be like a natural flowing conversation. There's going to be points where you trigger your prospect by the things that you say. Because let's face it, most people believe that salespeople are scum. Most people believe that salespeople are only out for themselves. So listen, bad salespeople don't help with that stereotypical view on salespeople. So start to serve instead of selling. Sell to serve. Now, the business owner who talks the most in sales conversations and doesn't really listen isn't going to really make as many sales. Having a genuine conversation is going to be far more better for you if you want to close a sale than trying to sound really scripted and awkward, because consultative sales is a really smart way to sell. So next time you go to make a sale, think about it. What am I doing? Am I selling or am I serving? What great sales actually looks like is when you actually spend time with your prospect to understand their needs, their desires before you go rushing into the close. So next time you're having a sales conversation, really spend that extra time and making your prospect feel understood, valued and wanted. And that's when you're going to make the sales effortlessly. So don't try to sell. Don't rush to the sale. Don't rush to the close. Take your time, enjoy the conversation and pinpoint their exact pain points and show them how you can overcome them by your product or service. Mistake number 3, competing on price instead of value. The moment you drop your price to win a client, you've just lost that battle because you just showed them what you're selling isn't worth the original price because you changed it. So always stand true to your prices. We never shift on price, we never discount, we never do offers, so neither should you. So stand true to your price. That shows confidence. Price confidence is so sexy because guess what? You get the prospect to believe that what you're selling is worth every single cent. And that's the way it's got to be. So they know that you won't under deliver with the product or service too. So if you're discounting from there to there, guess what? People unconsciously expect you to discount what you're doing. They don't expect the high level of service. It's a subconscious thing. And that's the way people perceive what you're doing, right? Discounts, I don't like discounts. And that's exactly why you carry and attract in those deadbeat clients who drain the blood out of you like vampires because they just want price. I would sell high, discount to no one, right? Pick your audience. Don't go low, go high. Because the people who pay the price at full price will value you way more than those people that kick ties and want discounts. Those are the ones that have the biggest problems. I found when we first got into the coaching, we was charging a lot less and we had lots more problems from clients back then versus what we have now. We're a premium product, we're a premium service. You want a Rolls Royce, you come to us. You want something cheap, go elsewhere. Now, if somebody came to me and said, Mindy, I can get what you do over there, I would say, okay, you don't get me over there, so go over there, go get it. Come back to me when it all breaks, right? Because I'm still going to be here. So this is what you want to do too. So you want to have confidence in your pricing, showing people that you are the A-star of what you do in your industry. Because listen, you want a Rolls Royce or do you want a Ford? If you want a Ford, you won't go to Rolls Royce. If you want a Rolls Royce, you won't go to Ford. So get yourself high quality. Sell to the rich, sell to the wealthy, sell premium, sell A-star services, not second best. Now there's a direct connection between what you sell and how you value yourself. Now if you don't value yourself and what you do, guess what you'll do? You'll always be willing to discount your products and services. You need to stand tall in your ground and really understand that you're worth way more than what you're charging and hold power. Never ever discount for anyone. I wouldn't want to discount for anybody because I value what I do, what my team does, and we operate from here. You want to work with us, you're going to get the best and some more. If these first 3 mistakes are already creating some serious clarity, then I put together a 5-day client attraction challenge. Now there's a link in the description below and you can register for your seat right now. Over the 5 days, I'll walk you through exactly how to fix every one of these sales mistakes so you can start to attract more clients effortlessly and bring in more sales, more revenue. So hit the link below and register for your seat for the 5-day client attraction challenge. So let's jump back into these 7 sales mistakes. Mistake number 4, chasing the wrong clients. Now listen, not every client is going to be a good client. So maybe you can go back to the time when you forced a sale, you brought somebody in that wasn't a good fit for your service, your product, your program, whatever it was, but you still made the sale. Only to find out a month in, they were the worst client, the biggest headache, the biggest ball ache ever, and you kicked yourself so much because you hated working with that person or serving that person. I made this mistake very early on, but I'll never make it again. So remember, don't just try to force a sale on every single person. Convincing the wrong person is one of the most biggest and most expensive habits in business and in sales because it will come back and bite you on your ass. How to identify your ideal client with complete clarity and why that clarity changes not just who you sell to, but how you sell. Why the best salespeople don't chase, they attract. That attraction starts with knowing exactly who you're for and having the confidence and the belief in yourself to turn away everybody else that doesn't match your ideal client avatar. And remember, the right clients make selling effortless and the wrong clients make sales exhausting. Mistake number 5, not following up consistently. Now there's a phrase well known in the sales space that the money is in the follow-up. Write this down, the money is in the follow-up. Most sales are not lost in the conversation, but in the silence after the conversation. Now most business owners give up way too early. Why? Because most business owners have this belief that I don't want to annoy people. The amount of times I've had one of my clients not following up on a certain prospect. Someone's said they'll come work with you and they haven't heard anything back. Mindy, what do I do? Have you called him? No. Have you texted him? No. Have you emailed him? No. So what are you waiting for? People get busy, so you've got to be relentless in the follow-up. So not wanting to follow up comes from 2 things. One is a lack of confidence. And the second one is in a negative belief around salespeople because you have been taught that salespeople are sleazy. What were you taught about salespeople when you're growing up? When the salesman or woman knocked on the door, did your parents or your guardian say, don't open the door as a salesperson? What are you taught about salespeople? Because guess what? You never become something that you resent. I often ask business owners, like, what's your relationship towards salespeople? How do you feel when a salesperson walks up to you in the supermarket or someone is trying to prospect you? Do you avoid them or do you talk to them? Because a lot of people say, well, I'll avoid them. I don't want to have that conversation. Well, why not? Because they're trying to sell me something. So you don't have a good relationship with salespeople. You have a very negative relationship to salespeople. So understand, selling is to serve. And so next time somebody tries to sell you something, give them time of day. Just listen to what they're saying. And if it's not for you, say, you know what? That's amazing. Thank you very much, but it's not for me. Right? So remember, follow-up is not out desperation. It's a part of your duty as a salesperson to serve that person. Most sales, high-ticket sales especially, happen around the 10th to the 14th time of follow-up. Just because someone hasn't bought from you the first time around doesn't mean they won't buy from you, right? You got to keep on showing up. You got to be persistent. Persistence is a really important part of anybody who's become successful. So if you want to become a great salesperson, you got to be persistent. Like the no does not mean no. And a lot of people take the no as a no. They let it sink into their feelings, hurt their feelings. They start feeling down. Don't be afraid of the follow-up. Imagine how many more sales you could make with the follow-up. Sometimes people just need more time to think. So just follow up, touch base, and go close that sale. Big mistake number 6, allowing objections to end the sales conversation. Now, most business owners hear an objection and they drop their price. Or they hear the objection and they're not equipped to handle the objection. Now, most of the sales that I've ever made have been after an objection. So you've got to become really good at holding a good conversation, collecting data, taking notes. If you were in an environment where you can take notes, listen to their pain points. Use that data, write it down, and you're going to come back and use that data against them. When they give you the objection, I'll give you an example. Mindy, I'm really stuck in my business. I've been here for like 5 or 6 years. I've not made any single money. I've not made no money. I'm in negative equity. I'm taking money out of my savings, putting it into my business, right? Now the objection comes. I want to do it, but I don't have the money. Okay, you don't have the money, but what you're telling me is that you're going to carry on doing the same thing that you've been doing for the past 5 or 6 years. You've got money that you're taking out from your savings and pumping it back into your business. So why not use some of that money that you're taking and pumping it back in your business and work with me? Use that money so you can work with me so we can get you more money over here. Would that be a better move for you to do? Yes. So you want to start handling the objections. So don't be afraid to handle the objections. So if you reframe an objection, is that this person actually wants to give you permission to sell to them. They just want you to justify why they should buy from you, because an objection isn't always an objection. It's their own insecurities, their own certain uncertainties of why they don't want to buy. So overcome that, help them through the conversation. Ask yourself, what did you do to maybe get the objection in the first place? Have you been thinking subconsciously that this person's never going to buy? They won't buy, they can't afford it? How many times have you got onto a call and you've already got onto that call already thinking that you might not make the sale? I hope they might not buy. I don't think they've got the money. You should not be thinking whether they've got the money or not. When somebody wants to buy, they will always find a reason to buy, but you've got to give them a big enough motive where it causes them so much pain where they have to buy. Okay, so you've got to do a good job of understanding what your prospect needs and how you can actually help them overcome their problem. Because guess what? You only buy to get a result. You don't just buy things for the sake of things, right? Unless you're buying a packet of chewing gum. Even then, you might have some bad breath and you need the gum to get rid of the bad breath because you might be going on a date. So you see, there is a problem on the other side of every single sales objection. So what is that objection? What is it coming from? Diagnose that objection and move forward. And remember, an objection isn't always a no. I've made most of my sales after I've heard the objections, and I've made millions, and maybe you can too. Did you know that handling sales objections is one of the highest leverage sales skills available? Most salespeople never master handling objections. Once you can start mastering handling objections, you're never going to go hungry again. So start handling them objections like a pro. Mistake number 7, not investing in sales as a skill. Now, I want you to think about this. Sales is one of the most important skills any business owner can master. Now, if you don't make any sales, guess what? Your business is gonna die. End of. Now, a lot of people say, I've got a leads problem. Maybe you've got enough leads, but you can't sell. You don't know how to sell. So once you get good at selling, you'll be able to sell with ease. Now, I hate this phrase. He or she can sell anything to anyone. Well, that person's not a salesperson. That person is a crook. A good salesperson, man or woman, will only sell to someone that needs what you've got. So don't be a crook, only sell people what they need. The business owners that I work with who are committed to improving their sales skills, not just their strategy, are the ones who actually change their identity and skills. Those are the ones that produce the results that almost feel unreasonable. So if you're serious about transforming your sales and your business from the inside out, my inner circle has helped thousands of business owners across over 87 different industries globally do exactly that. Not by giving them better sales scripts, but by changing who they are in the sales conversation. Hit the link in the description, say it properly, description. There's a link in the description below where you can find out more information about the inner circle and how it can help you smash your business. So let's just bring this all together. Sales is not a script, it's not a technique, it's not something that you either have or you don't. It's a skill. It's like every skill, it gets better when you work on it. These 7 mistakes are where most business owners are leaving so much money on the table. Now, you may not be good at sales, but you can improve. The more you improve, the more money you make. So that will multiply your sales conversations, sales conversions, and your client attraction. So make sure you spend enough time working on your sales skills and beliefs. So fix these 7 things and watch what happens next. So if you like this video, you're gonna love this one right here on the screen. Now that you know sales isn't just about sales scripts and tactics, is what's happening beneath the surface. But here's another mistake. Most business owners then go blame their marketing. So watch this video next to see why most business owners fail at marketing and what's actually stopping them from scaling. And I'll see you over there.